Good morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
10K TV.
Welcome to another episode of 10K TV, presented by 10,000 Takes. I'm your host, Adam Osdreit, always on my co-host, Kevin Ohm, and producer, Dustin Luco, and producer, Ryan, where we cover all things NFC North, with Kevin backing the Packers, Dustin supporting the Bears, and myself riding with the Vikings. Kevin, we have only one meaningful football game left. How are you feeling?
The Pro Bowl exists, and it's very upset with you.
Well, Shadur Sanders is in it, so that tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it means this might be where it dies.
Yeah.
Like this might be like
Snoop
the final.
Huntley was one thing, but yeah.
Yeah, like
Shadur.
a rookie that wasn't very good and
He
only
was-
played
only
for like
I
a
think he
third
was
of
actually
the
like
year.
the worst.
Yeah.
like actually was. But yeah. So it's tough. So with that, let's we get some Malort to do. Because we had a couple shot bets for Conference Championship weekend. The first one was Broncos over/under turnovers at 3.5, where you and I took the over, Dustin took the under.
Okay,
and
now 3.5 is a crazy line. I
It
will
is.
say
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you guys are the ones
But
that said it.
I'm also
I just took
kind
the
of
easy side.
floored
I-
that we weren't at least close.
I think because the game was, and we'll get into it, the game was so ugly and the weather played such a factor. I was anticipating that the Broncos would maybe be down by a score or
And
two,
they'd have to
and
start
they'd have to kind of
taking
really
chances,
take
yeah.
exactly. And Sean Payton clearly, was called a very kid-friendly game.
I mean, that
except
game
for-
sucked.
Yes,
That game was.
So
ugh.
I think it was there. I mean, there was he had two, so halfway. But I think the weather and the game script kind of played into it. And then the other one was where it was just
winner.
Seahawk money line basically.
Yeah.
And you and I both took the Seahawks on that one.
Yep.
And they won. So Dustin will have one. So we all get one. So we all get one of Malort. So bottoms up.
Cheers, Jepson.
Here's to
Cheers. Here you go,
Jepson.
Jepson.
Yeah, the wormwood sticks with you.
I don't think that's a real thing.
You
What
know,
is a worm? What does wormwood look like?
wood that's had a bunch of worms in it?
Why?
don't
Why
know.
would they? Why, they found it and they're like, "This, we're gonna make it out of this."
Well,
Like
it's like
tequila that
tequila
has the
with-
worm.
yeah,
They just put
tequila
wood
with
and
the worm
worms
or
into
a
the bottle
scorpion
and
or-
smash them up.
It's
All
just
the-
tequila with
all the-
splinters.
all the stuff. So
Wormwood looks nothing like that. It's a like fern.
yeah,
There's hardly any wood.
So they just squeeze out juices
Sure.
of
Okay.
a tree.
well,
a
we got some
shitty
news.
plant.
We got some news to talk about. Let's start with ones that we actually probably care about the most. Low-key Malort rocks. That's of course a Veach.
Wait.
take.
Key benefits of wormwood:
That is of course a Veach. take.
digestive health, helps soothe discomfort from indigestion or gas.
Good.
Immune support,
Good.
rich in antioxidants that help combat everyday stresses on the body.
Probably because you're vomiting it all up 'cause
Yeah.
it tastes so bad.
Digestive health, you feel better after you puke.
Sure.
Pain relief helps with discomfort from menstrual cramps and sore eyes.
Okay.
I don't know why it would only help with those two things.
My eyes
specifically.
aren't sore anymore.
It's just your uterus and your eyes. And then hair tonic promotes hair growth and strengthens the scalp.
Yeah.
That's from Amazon.com. Wormwood,
gonna-
1 pound bulk.
I'm going to start paying
So-
attention to people that drink Malort and see how many of them are like bald or balding, trying to save it.
Yeah. Well, there's no one. No, it cures it. It's just that's the price you pay. Is you had to drink Malort. You know.
Yeah, Veach, I'm good. You can keep that bottle to yourself.
Bourbon barrel. I'm sickened but curious
I
actually.
don't
Bourbon barrel aged Malort.
No, thank you.
Beach, please drop that off. That'll be
All
the
right,
next bottle.
So before we get into the games, we got some news. Let's talk about. There were several coach hirings, and another defensive coordinator was added to the NFC North, and
it's the biggest news in Minnesota this week by far.
yes, biggest news. in
Nothing
Minnesota.
else
So
awful happened.
The earlier last week, the Vikings, we didn't have Brian Flores under contract, and obviously he was, being interviewed for the Ravens and Steelers opening. So it was looking like, all right, we need to get him under contract, otherwise he's going to be gone, or he could go be a DC somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, we were able to extend him as a defensive coordinator. which basically meant as long as he doesn't get offered and accepts a head coaching job, he will be back in Minnesota as their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And then quickly, kind of after that, as the week went on, the Ravens hired Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator for the LA Chargers. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to hire Pittsburgh native Mike McCarthy. So barring any surprise head coach offer from a team that has not publicly shown interest in Brian Flores to this point, looks like Brian Flores is back. So I'm floored. I'm shocked by that.
So I think we just need to maybe acknowledge that he's just not ever going to get a head coaching job because the NFL has blackballed him. That's because we talk about some of these guys that got head coaching gigs, and I'm not going to say that the Jeff Hafleys and the Minters of the world don't deserve a shot at being a head coach, but Jeff Hafley's been in the NFL for 2 years. He's had good.
As a defensive coordinator. I mean, he's been in before, but
he was in college before. But so I mean, with a decent defense twice. All right, I mean, the Packers' defense was not amazing. They weren't top 5.
Yeah,
and he's a head coach, and he's a head coach early hire, we got to go get this guy type of head coach. Brian Flores has been with the Vikings for 4 years?
Yes. So Ed Donatel was only 1 year, so he came in 2023.
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah.
And a night and day difference from what the unit was before that.
Yeah.
And I think that, I know I've said this before, but Brian Flores is making the defense more than the sum of its parts.
Correct.
You guys don't have a blue chip Max Crosby, Micah Parsons, any of those household name really type of guys. You have good players. I'm not saying they're bad, but there's not a superstar.
He gets the most juice out of the squeeze.
Yeah. So it's I don't get it. And the only explanation for why you go out and you hire Mike McCarthy over Brian Flores in the year of our Lord 2026 is that no one's ever going to hire Brian Flores.
Yeah,
it won't happen.
I 100%. I mean, when we talked about it, when Mike Tomlin stepped down, I was already feeling pretty confident that there were going to be a couple teams out there that I'm sure would be taking a chance on Brian Flores or being whatever. I know he's got a active suit against a couple teams and all that kind of stuff.
How long do these suits last? What's this?
I haven't heard an update on this.
He's been suing the league for 5 years.
Long time. Yeah.
Doesn't it have to end at some point? Doesn't he's just I'm suing you for the rest of time?
Yeah.
Doesn't a lawsuit?
That's the thing with legal matters, especially when it's corporations like this. It can last forever.
Well, and do you think he might also during the season be I don't want to deal with this when I'm trying to game plan?
But
so he's only focusing on it in the off season.
I don't think he really has to. What does he have to do now? He's made his statement. I'd imagine. He's got lawyers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at some point, it's he says this thing,
it's
they say that thing.
Yeah. Just
what?
lawyers are mucking it up.
I need a judge to rule on this shit and get my guy a head coaching job because I'm sick of this.
I know. Even then, I don't think because
no, I don't think
you
so
don't
either.
go against the shield and that's the thing. I felt the Steelers are unique because this is literally just their fourth head coach since the 60s.
Yeah,
which
same thing with the Ravens.
And
but
the Ravens too. And I'm
since their inception,
it just feels like that kind of those teams' identities to a core. It fit very well. I think with what Brian Flores
AFC North,
is.
yeah.
And I was just shit. Half I guess 3/4 of that division were up for grabs, but no one wants the Browns' job. They keep withdrawing. People just keep saying, "No, I'm good." But
and the fourth team should be up for grabs.
Yeah, that's crazy. That Zach Taylor is going to be the longest tenured coach in that
Bananas.
division. When he should have been fired years ago. But I digress. So I am blown away that Brian Flores will be back, barring a Hail Mary by a team that we don't know about. The only one that
I have
maybe
heard Vegas.
and that just because of the Tom Brady connection and I could see it, but I also think that they're leaning offense. It just seems like it based on they're going to be most likely
you have
drafting,
to develop Geno,
most likely drafting Fernando Mendoza. They have Ashton Genty. I think that's going to be kind of wanting what they want to, especially with Tom Brady as a minority owner. I feel like offense seems like the route they're going to go. I don't know. Yeah. There has not been any reports that Brian Flores has been one of their candidates or one of their people that they want to interview. So he's only had 2 interviews or 2 teams interviewed interviewed him, and that's both those are already taken. So
Yeah, I'm making my piece that he's your
he's
little.
going to be a Spagnolo and just stay with us.
He's your little cheat code of just like
Yeah.
we have a really good defensive coordinator who's also suing the league for
Yes.
being racist against him.
And he's just going to be here forever.
And that's just like that's just the ticket, I guess, of like he'll be here forever
Yeah.
because he's been blackballed by the league.
That's the trick.
So you're benefiting from racism.
I mean, if you want to say like, sure, but he didn't want to lose on purpose. That's why he's suing. It's
Yeah,
not necessarily.
I'm not saying it's
race.
on him. No, come on. No, he didn't get hired. That's why he's suing.
No, he's suing.
'Cause,
He's
'cause-
suing because he was told to lose games, then he got fired because he didn't want to do that, and that's why he's suing. And that's why he's being blackballed.
I
That's
don't
why he's
know
not
enough
hired.
about Brian Flores' lawsuit to dispute that, but that is not what I thought it was about.
No, it's because like.
So you're saying other
Stephen
teams are
Ross-
saying if we try to get this guy to lose, it's not going to work. So we don't
Yeah,
want
this
him.
guy can't tank.
Yes, Brian Flores didn't want to lose Tank when Stephen Ross wanted him to because Stephen Ross wanted them
It's
to
a
get-
racial discrimination lawsuit about the hiring process after the fact, according to the AI overview on Google.
Oh well, the AI overview on Google says it.
I mean, it's got details.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Do you want to dive
Does he-
deeper in
maybe,
AI
maybe he has
mode?
two.
I don't
Maybe
want
there's
to.
2 lawsuits going on.
The other one is you have replaced Jeff Halfley with defensive coordinator, and I have seen
It's an exciting guy in the locker room.
I've seen a couple of people like Pete Bukowski's praising it. He loves the move. I don't think I've ever seen him say anything negative about the Packers though. So I don't know. I take that with a grain of salt.
He says negative stuff about Rich Bisaccia, who is still employed by the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, but that outside of that.
Outside of people who are part of Al Qaeda, I don't think so.
Okay. So
You heard that here first.
yeah, so Jonathan Gannon is going to be your new defensive coordinator. Pew pew
Yeah.
pew. Explosions.
My dad texted me about this, and he asked what I thought,
Yeah.
and I said that I am whelmed. I don't think this is like a catastrophic hire necessarily. Like, I can see a world where this is fine. I'm not excited about it. Like, it's more so not even like who Gannon is necessarily, and like the intangibles, which I think are a step down from Halfley, who seems like a real leader of men type of guy.
Sure.
Gannon does not.
Yeah.
But also like just schematically, right?
Yeah.
Gannon is from the Fangio system. He's too high shell. He's the
Don't give
kind
up
of
the big play.
don't give up the big play and make the offense of the other team drive down and do a 15-play drive without making a mistake.
Yeah.
And if you get a holding call, then you get to stop them. And if you don't, then you don't. And I hate that.
Yeah.
Whereas Halfley was a aggressive, pressure, get creative, exotic fronts type of guy. Not to the level of maybe like a Brian Flores, but still like they're kind of those are the two philosophies. And the Fangio system can work, right? We've seen it. The Eagles are currently running a Fangio system. There's a whole bunch of Fangio disciples running around out there. He's almost like the defensive McVay.
Yeah.
But I just look at this and it doesn't get me excited. I think the best it can be is good,
Yeah.
but it can't be great. And maybe a system like that with a healthy Micah Parsons, who knows? There's definitely reasons to feel like maybe this is good, but it doesn't get me excited. And the other stat that I saw is that his defenses, I don't remember if this was his whole career or just on the Cardinals this last year, but it was like their ranking for the first 3 quarters was like top 5, and then points allowed in the fourth quarter was like 27th. And that is exactly the problem with the Green Bay Packers right now. So this doesn't feel like Ed Policy sat down with Matt LaFleur and said, you gotta figure your shit out.
Yeah.
Like Matt LaFleur hired another Matt LaFleur, just that does defense stuff. And I feel like we're going to end up in the same situation. I mentioned it earlier. Rich Bisaccia is still on the team. It doesn't feel like the reckoning that I was hoping for. And I was never calling for them to fire Matt LaFleur. I was flirting with the idea heavily because that was fucking insane. But I was never like they need to do this. But if they don't fire him, they need to light a fucking fire under this dude and have some killer instinct. And if I've ever seen someone without a killer instinct, it's Gannon.
Yeah, so
I just
like the Cardinals obviously have not been great. They had a 15-36 record under him in the 3 seasons. Last year being 3-14, or this past year being 3-14. They were 29th ranked scoring defense, gave up rounding up 29 points per game, 27th ranked total defense this past year.
Well, and I think that there's an argument to be made too that like sometimes the best defensive coordinators, and you should know this, are guys that were head coaches.
Yeah.
Failed at that. Now, whether Brian Flores is kind of a weird case, but there's a bunch of, Fangio is an example.
Yeah, but
of
I
this.
think like Brian Flores is unique because like his
because he got canned for not tanking.
Yes.
Yeah, so
but
his-
like he was actually successful. Like his
Yeah.
defenses have always been
Yeah.
productive and like solid.
Or like look at like Spags in Kansas City,
Yeah.
right? So it's like there's a lot of these guys that are ex head coaches. It didn't work out. They go back to being defensive coordinator and they're great. And I've said that before on this show that like that's kind of what I want.
Yeah.
Right. I want like a dude, but I want more of the mad scientist archetype of that.
You don't want a Raheem Morris.
Yeah, and he was being floated. They were floating the dude from UW, Jim Leonard.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. I mean, at least Gannon is young because I feel like I've just had too much like Joe Barry and Mike Pettin of just like these like middle-aged dudes that are just like, what if we just kind of tried not to fuck up for 60 minutes? And I can't fucking stand that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, sometimes I think that these defensive coordinators they go to a bad team that fired their head coach and it doesn't work out, they get fired. And it's like it doesn't mean that they can't be a good defensive coordinator, but again, I keep coming back to the same point. I am not excited.
Yeah.
I didn't see the news and go, "Fuck yeah, let's go. That's awesome."
Yeah.
I just kind of went, okay.
Yeah, and like his team is their Cardinals have never finished higher in yards allowed than 21st or 15th in points allowed during the tenure. And like it's not like the Cardinals didn't have good players. Like Budda Baker, very very solid. I mean, like they're in a unique situation because they're in a tough division. There kind of was always like
Yeah, I mean, I challenge you to name 2 more players on the defense.
that are currently on the team. Well, that's the problem. I don't watch the Cardinals.
Yeah,
But-
like Buddha's good, and I'm not trying to give excuses for Gannon, right? But like the Cardinals are not a talented.
Isaiah Simmons, he was drafted high. And
He was on the Packers more recently than he was on the Cardinals.
Yeah. So, but I think he was there. I think he was there during that
Yeah,
time when Lisa McGann.
He was on there for the first year, and then they cut him.
But that also is the point of it. Like the sign of a good coach is getting the most out of the parts that you have.
Yeah.
And like that's you can make an argument like, well, he didn't have a whole lot of blue chip players. It's like, well,
yeah,
that it falls on the coaching then. Like if you want to see at least a coach show some bits of like shine during that. So like it'll be interesting to see. I mean, he obviously has talented players he'll get to work with in Green Bay,
and Keyshawn Nixon.
If he's still on the team, yeah.
Yeah,
And
he'll still be on the team. His
Still
contract,
cornerback one, huh?
his contract is too small for them to cut him. But good Lord willing, he won't work with Rashawn Gary or I don't even know who else we can cut. Quay's probably gone. He'll get too much money in free agency.
It's gonna
So-
really suck when they fire LaFleur next year, and then all of a sudden,
Gannon's my
He
head
gets
coach.
promoted. Yeah, that
No,
that would be-
Bisaccia interim. Let's go.
would be crazy.
Bisaccia has done it before. He's a
proven interim.
god damn it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Okay. Other ones around. We have 5 or 6 total head coaching positions filled. To recap, the Falcons have hired Kevin Stefanski. Baltimore Ravens, like I said, Jesse Minter. Dolphins, Jeff Hafley, we mentioned that. New York Giants, John Harbaugh. Mike McCarthy to the Steelers, and Robert Saleh to the Titans. So that just leaves the Cardinals still left, the Buffalo Bills, the Cleveland Browns, and the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know. I think the Bills obviously is the kind of the major domino here.
But even
I've seen
that
a lot
one,
of Brian Dable for that.
I've seen him, and I've seen Grant Udinski, who was a former, he's offensive coordinator most recently with the Jags. Then he was with us before that. So
I the Bills is definitely the best of the 4 jobs, but even that one, Like
It's Josh Allen with a flawed team.
Josh Allen is like the diamond on the pile of poop that is their current roster, their GM who's been promoted after not giving McDermott players that he probably needs. And their owner went out there and just fucking roasted Keon Coleman.
Who's still on the team.
Who is still on the team.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the building. Keon Coleman was like a healthy scratch once or twice this year for like conduct and stuff like that. So I'm sure it's not amazing, but like that was insane.
Yeah.
To go like, yeah, we didn't even like Keon Coleman.
I know.
And he's still on your team.
Yeah, he's still there.
It's crazy to say that if he's not on your team.
Yeah.
But he's still, and it's like, Jesus Christ. So I don't know. All 4 of those jobs are kind of crazy. We talked about the Mike McCarthy hire. I think that sucks. I think that's if I was a Steelers fan, I'd be so mad.
Oh, you're getting the same exact coach.
Yeah.
You get a guy that had. You get a guy that was like, oh, I won the Super Bowl pretty early on, and then I just
Aaron
went
Rodgers
average the rest of my career.
Hates Mike McCarthy.
I don't know about that.
He did when Mike left the Packers. They were like public enemy number 1 with each other.
I
He
don't
basically got Mike fired.
I feel like
I mean, Mike got himself fired, but like, you know what I mean.
I feel like since then though, anytime they've been like spotted together, like it seems all
When have
very
they been
cordial.
spotted together?
When he was coaching the Cowboys.
When was I don't I mean
Coached the Cowboys for
I mean,
like
yeah,
3
they'll-
years
they'll
or
like
something.
they'll
like
like go
that.
talk at midfield pregame, but like they are not friends.
You know that?
Yeah, they just go up there.
personally?
Hey, remember that time we won the Super Bowl? Yeah, that was good. I hate you though.
I don't know.
That
I
was
feel
cool
Like,
20 years ago. Like I mean,
I feel like that's a little overblown. I don't know.
we'll see, but I don't
it's
know if
Rodgers.
this helps the chances of Rodgers sticking around. And I don't even know if I don't know what the Steelers are doing. I don't know if they
mean,
want
they already
Rodgers.
ruled,
Yeah,
they
I don't
already
know if
ruled
they
out
would.
saying that he was not, but now with this hiring, I don't know if people are saying like, well, he actually could come back. I don't know.
I mean, it probably would be a good idea to keep Rodgers this year just because there's no reason to go after a quarterback this draft.
Well, and they're not even picking. I mean, they made the playoffs, so they're not
Well, yeah,
even
they're-
top half.
and
they're
even-
picking like 20-something.
And the thing too is though you'd want
21st,
Rodgers
yeah.
to play the year after that too if you don't get like one of those top 5 quarterbacks in the draft because you want Rodgers to be able to be there and
But I mean,
teach this
Rodgers-
guy how to play in the
Rodgers
NFL.
might not play, and he might not want to play for them. He might retire.
if you're also just looking
Honestly,
to bottom
like-
out, then I would just like have Mason Rudolph be your quarterback.
Yeah.
this upcoming year, and then just
He's-
because next year's class is gonna be much better.
Mason
for
Rudolph is good enough that it's like you will win like 3 games. You know, like he can throw the ball
I don't
to
know. I'd
guys.
say Mason Rudolph is probably around the same level as Geno Smith.
If
Yeah.
you ask Kurt Benkert, Mason Rudolph is better than Drake May.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kurt Benkert's weird.
Yeah.
He wants to be. He wants to be Dan
I was
Orlovsky
never
so
like,
bad.
God, I love Kurt Benkert. Like, I just, he was on the Packers for a minute, and people were like, oh my
I
God.
love how like occasionally like his clips will come on where he's like playing Madden,
Yeah.
and he's like
He's
diagnosing,
like diagnosing
a play.
like the AI safety
Yeah.
of like
He
he's shading
on-
inside. And I'm
He's
like,
not on any shows, right?
No, he's like affiliated
just
with
does-
Sleeper.
Oh,
He,
okay. So he's
he,
at least
he
got
did like a
something.
halftime like Madden thing for one game. I can't remember what game it was,
Yeah.
but they were like, we got Madden in the booth with Kurt, and I was like,
Yeah.
what? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean that was bad. I do like Salah for the Titans.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. It's a good move. I think Robert Saleh is.
I think he'll finally unlock Calvin Ridley. This
Yeah.
is the year. Yeah. It's gonna happen.
This is it.
Why are you laughing? I'm serious. Calvin Ridley's gonna be great.
Take him really high.
I feel like we've
Yeah.
been saying this for a long
Third
time.
round maybe.
I've taken him in like the 10th, and that's been way too early. Like the last 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause I had Calvin Ridley when he was a rookie, and I was like, this guy fucking rocks. And then after that, I can't quit him.
No.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything crazy outside of that.
No. Stefanski with the Falcons. Kirk Cousins again. That reunion. So cool.
That should be a fun offense to watch.
They
next year.
gotta get rid of Kirk. He wants to go do broadcasting. He's doing it right now. Let him be free. Except the cap hit is tremendous.
Yeah, but he still wants to play. He just doesn't. They don't have any games right now. So
Wait, didn't he? How many years did he sign for? I thought was it a 4-year deal or
So
I thought it was a 2.
His current contract, I'm pulling it up right now. So for 2026, his cap hit is $24.6 million.
not terrible.
His dead cap, if they cut him, is $35.
Okay.
Next year, his cap hit is $90.4 million, and if they cut him, it's 12.5. So he's getting cut next year is what's going to happen.
Oh, for after next season.
There is no way that Kirk Cousins commands a $90.4 million salary.
No, they're going to extend him.
In the year of our Lord,
They're going to just
2027.
kick that down the road,
Yeah,
No extra money added.
That
though.
is money that will never see his bank account. Yeah. But he's cooked, man. And he'll be good at broadcasting.
He was fine, like playing like this at the end of the year.
I don't think that's true at all.
He wasn't like he was more of an.
Didn't they win like 4 or 5
their
in a row?
Their offense looked better with him than it did with Penix.
I think they only finished like half a game out.
Yeah, it was like it was very similar to the
I
Vikings.
think they had the same. They were either one game behind or they had the same record
Did he get
as
an extra
the Panthers
preseason
and
game at the
Bucks.
end?
No, because they had to win week.
Still counts the
18
same,
for
Kevin.
The Panthers to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they had to have had
because they
the
beat
same
the
record.
Rams, and that made
I
it like
think
very
they.
interesting.
I
Like,
think
oh,
they
God.
did have the same record as the Panthers and Bucks.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, he had one nice game where he threw 373, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and then
Really nice game.
I mean, other than that, he was sub 200, 2-1, 1-0, 1-1. I mean, whatever. He could play quarterback, I guess, but like,
I mean, all you got to do is get the ball to Bijan.
yeah,
Or Kyle Pitts, apparently, because he's good now.
Kyle Pitts breakout
Yeah,
incoming
yeah,
this year. This year it'll be different.
yeah. I feel like Michael Penix wasn't like that much.
I saw it. So apparently,
Michael Penix wasn't better. Michael Penix could be better.
apparently
if he
Pitts
wasn't an
has
idiot.
scored the same amount of touchdowns as the year he's in.
Yeah, he's going up
So
by one
they're
every
like,
year.
oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
year 23 is going to be huge.
It's going to be insane for Kyle Pitts. Invest now.
All right, let's get to the conference championship weekend, which is going to be brought to you by Captain's Patch. Captain's Patch, of course, is the delicious raspberry lemon shandy brewed by Elm Creek Brewing. Available at any liquor store near you. Found on captainspatch.com. 21 and older. Please drink responsibly. Okay, conference championship weekend is in the books. Let's
We'll say
start.
Captain's Patch again.
Yeah, it's just on my mind.
All right, Captain's Patch.
It's all over the place. Let's start with the AFC side because I don't.
'Cause it
This
sucked.
was an ugly one.
Ugh.
We'll save the main event to end the show with.
Stupid.
So the number 2 New England Patriots traveled to Denver, take on the number 1 Jared Stidham-led Broncos, where the Patriots win 10-7.
This game is the game that will be held up by anti-domers. I don't know what to call it. Pro-dome populations of football watchers that say all stadiums should be in a dome because it's a controlled environment. This game will be held up and they'll be like, look how shitty this was.
Yeah, this was bad for the give us like. I think snow games can be awesome,
They can be so good.
but then they can also be this.
Yes.
And that's where it's tough because it. But you look at the play before this, because the storm didn't really kick into the second half. The play before then was not any better, really,
Yeah.
outside of like a couple splash plays.
Stidham had one nice throw.
Because it was Stidham and the mostly feckless Broncos versus a decent Patriots defense and a decent Patriots offense versus a really good Broncos defense. So both of those equations favor the defense. So it was shitty before the snow hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a staunch
I think-
anti-dome.
So I think
person,
snow
I have to
games
point that out.
snow games are definitely more fun in the regular season.
Especially if Jameis Winston is
Because like
involved.
this point of the year, I mean, both teams are obviously trying really hard because they only need one more win to get to the Super Bowl.
I would say both teams in the AFC Championship are trying.
Yeah. I
But
think,
it's
I think
also
just in
you
general,
get
No,
you get
try hard.
usually you have better defenses at this point of the year too.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to have like a James Cook game in the snow where he runs for like 4 touchdowns and like 190 yards.
Yeah, well, and if you were going to have a James Cook game with anyone in this game, it would have been Travion, who had 3 rushes for 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him on the
Ramondre
field.
had 25 carries.
I don't, and like I just for the life
Travion
of
had
me,
3.
for the life of me,
They're saving
I
him.
will never
the Super
understand
Bowl.
because watching Ramondre Stevenson, it's maddening because all he does is just run straight into the back of his lineman every single time.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's effective. It's one thing if he's being effective,
Average 2.8.
but he's not.
Yeah.
And you're just like, how about let's just leave our, second round draft pick running back who
Well, we've never seen Travion
unbelievable.
have a fun game.
Yeah, never. It's
never happened, like, 3 times in a row.
Never had that.
No.
And I don't know. And I get like Vrabel's like, I gotta trust my vet. Okay, but Stevenson has fumble issues. What?
And
Yeah,
Travion,
and it's
Travion
doesn't
slick.
doesn't.
as much.
It's really
He
slick.
never fumbled in college, literally, like never. So I don't.
Ramondre has to be just like a really nice guy.
Or the
gotta
opposite.
just be like a
Or
really-
the opposite. He has some
He has a ton
damning
of blackmail.
evidence on Vrabel. Like something. I don't know.
Paint me a picture. What evidence? What does he
Dude,
have?
I don't know. Something with Vrabel's kids. We know they're kind of weird. Like, have
Are
you seen-
they?
like, did you see during the
I
draft?
don't know that.
Do you remember the draft when they were all doing it at home and like they
No.
had like one of them was like dressed up as Frozone from The Incredibles?
If
like,
I Google Mike Vrabel kids, is that weird?
might get on
how
it. You
old
might
were
get on a
they?
list.
How old were they?
Oh,
at
they're
that
like
time?
they were like in their 20s, like or
Okay.
18. They were like high school, college, like they were like in like look like draft. or
Oh,
something.
I
Yes.
see Frozone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, and they're like one of them was like in like the bathroom back there, like they're like one of them was like taking a piss
And one of them
during
was
it.
like,
I don't know.
uh,
So
yeah,
there's some weird
they're-
stuff going on.
They're weird.
So I don't know. Outside of the extremely bad play though for Jarrett Stidham, I don't think he actually played that bad. Like considering
because this was Sean Payton like Sean Payton every week with Bo Nix goes out and does baby's first offense.
Correct.
And this was baby's first offense. Like it was even
Yeah.
more babyfied.
Yeah, you could even argue that he played
Then
better than May.
Yeah.
Like, like you could make that
I
argument.
mean, he had more yards.
He looked more comfortable, I guess.
He did
for the
fumble
most
and
part.
basically give them a touchdown, but
Yeah, but May, to his credit, he did take care of the ball, use his legs when it really mattered, and like that naked bootleg to seal the game, that was actually it
was a great call.
It was him,
Yeah.
that just did it. Like that was not the call that was designed. Like
oh, actually?
correct. Garrett
Oh.
Bradbury, it was supposed to be a handoff to the right. Because Garrett Bradbury then like he's clearing out and all of a sudden he turns and like looks to his right and he's like, "Where's the ball?" And then he turns and sees Drake May just running and he's like, "Oh
Damn.
shit, okay."
That
So
is a
like
ballsy
that is
move.
very ballsy. But yeah, that was not what was called. And I think May just saw something that he liked and just decided
I think-
I'm not going to hand the ball off.
I think my favorite play of the game was where I can't remember. I think they were in a pistol, maybe, and they snapped the ball. Ramondre Stevenson eats shit. Drake May then looks and goes, "Oh shit, I gotta run this," and then he eats shit.
Yeah.
They both just fell down where they were standing after trying to take a step forward.
Yeah.
This is going to be, somewhat beating of a dead horse here, I think. Like, I feel like a lot of people are saying this. I don't think the Patriots are that good.
Yeah, so like if Knicks was playing, Broncos probably win. Like
Yeah.
based on what we've seen from the I am getting worried about the Patriots offense. Now, the only defense you can say is yes, the teams they're gone against, the Chargers 5th in total defense, Texans 1st in total defense, Broncos 2nd in total defense. So I mean that's about as hard as it can be, but I also
But
think
the offense
you
has
need-
also performed
you need to,
incredibly
Yeah,
poorly.
like the offense in these playoffs, their offense has only scored 15.7 points per game, 4.4 yards per play, and only 13 for 43 on third down. While like that's not good, the story is the Patriots defense where they've only given up 8.7 points per game,
Yeah.
3.3 yards per play allowed, and only giving up 12 on 31 third down attempts with 8 takeaways and a defensive touchdown. So this is one of the worst offensive runs ever we've seen by a team to make it to the Super Bowl, while also seeing like an all-time get on my back, we're going to carry you by a defense. Like it's like the 2000 Ravens, like with Trent Dilfer. Like this is just
Or the
and I
2006
just-
Bears.
or the 2006 Bears. You want to say that too? Like I don't know. And we'll talk about the NFC side of it here in a little bit, but I'm worried. It's very worrisome. I think you hope to see, and you can make excuses all you want that the weather, the defenses on the road, they were just playing not to lose, all that kind of stuff. You do still need to see some bit of positive production at the end of the day.
The Patriots also have a very a situation at receiver that is hits kind of close to home for me.
Oh,
They don't have a one
how dare you?
because Stephon Diggs 5 for 17. Like
Kayshon Boutte 6 targets. Come on, man.
1 for 6.
Well, that's not his fault.
The Mac Hollins led them in receiving off of a 31-yard pass. Like
Flea flicker.
I look at this team and I go, I'm not scared of anyone on this team except for Travion, and they won't give him the ball.
Yeah.
Like he's the only one. Whereas I look at the Seahawks that we're going to get to, I'm scared of Ken Walker. I'm scared of JSN. Like I'm not scared of Cooper Kupp anymore. But
I'm like key third downs though. At this point, like Cooper Kupp can still get that.
he can be a role player, but he's not a scary guy on its face.
What about Jake Bobo?
It's
Bobo time.
I'm fucking terrified of Jake Bobo.
Yeah.
But I mean, Keyshawn Booty, Pop Douglas, Diggs in this iteration of him, Hunter Henry, Mac Hollins. I'm like these are all okay pieces at depth, but there's nobody that I'm like, oh fuck, we got to deal with that guy.
Yeah, they're just all role players, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand where the fall off for Diggs came from. Like, because he has had good games this year.
Tore his ACL.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's getting up there in age.
That's part of it. Yeah. Now, how old is he now?
He's got to be 30.
And he keeps like assaulting women too, which is like really not cool of him to do.
Didn't he just have another
With
kid?
Cardi B.
No, he had.
Yes, but
I think there's an allegation that he like assaulted his personal chef or something.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
How old is he? 31, 30?
I didn't type in age. I just typed in
just be
Stephon
on,
Diggs. No, it's a
32.
32.
Yeah, so he's up there.
I mean, dude, he's got a lot going on, and it's mostly bad. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
The game plan clearly for the Patriots was don't take any risks and rely on the defense because it just seemed very conservative all game long. Minus,
it worked.
I mean, the only good thing that comes from that is the Seahawks don't have a lot to game plan off of. Like, there's not a lot of film from that game that they can use and be like, all right, this is what they usually do. This is a new look that they're trying out in the playoffs. I mean, they don't really have a ton to go off of. So that kind of gives them a little bit of an advantage. But
the unknown.
They do have the whole season though.
yeah, but you usually
But it's against bad teams.
Usually you
So
draw
it's
some new
like-
stuff
They're like,
up.
we're a good team though, so it doesn't make sense.
I mean,
What
you
are they
always
gonna do
your
against us?
offense
gonna be
always
like
has
that.
to be evolving.
Okay.
You can't just put it's not Madden. You can't play the same playbook every game.
It's not. Someone tell Kurt it's not Madden.
My God. No. Yeah, so I don't know.
If real football was Madden, Kurt would probably be a starter somewhere.
I don't feel as good. I mean, I had the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I expected to see more from them, I think, on offense.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick them to win, but like I don't know. I feel like they haven't really
I did. I'm gonna need to be surprised here.
Yeah. Shot of Malort's riding on it. So,
Just one.
Just one. That's true.
What if we did like a triple hammered heartbreak for the Super Bowl?
9. Why?
What if you guys get it wrong, you do like 10 shots, and if I get it wrong, I
You
do
do like none.
1.
No.
That way I can catch you guys.
No.
I'm starting to get sick of analytics because, I mean, the play call was really bad for the Broncos on that fourth down early.
Oh,
but
that was so
I just
gross.
Think you gotta get up
Yeah.
some scores
Well,
when
and
the
that's the
offense
thing
is
too.
that
Like I like generally I like when coaches are like, especially on 4th and 1, are aggressive, especially if they're the underdog, which they were going to that game, even though they're the 1 seed at home.
10.5 points, like we talked about last week.
But I just think that like know the situation, especially when the weather's come. Like a storm is coming. Take the points at that point where any bit will matter, especially if you trust your defense. And I feel like Sean Payton probably was like, we're going to definitely score more than 7 points in this game.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
we must.
we must, and so we'll have
It's
more
already the first
opportunities.
quarter, and we have 7 points.
Yeah, we'll have more opportunity, and really sucks that it happened to that guy. I'm real bummed.
Yeah,
for
no,
him.
fuck Sean Payton. He sucks. He's the worst.
I'm real bummed that it happened to him.
Sorry, we're being sarcastic. I like Sean Payton.
Yeah, doesn't have a mouth that resembles a butthole at all.
No.
Not at all.
No one would even say that.
Never.
No one's been blocked on Twitter for saying that.
Nope. Still blocked.
Yeah. Why would he unblock you?
I don't know.
He just goes through the list like,
He's
"Ah,
like,
I'll
you
give
know
this
what?
guy another
Well,
shot.
it'd be like, I don't remember why I got blocked.
Statute of limitations
Why did
has
I block
expired
him?
on
Why did
this
I block?
block.
Why did I block this guy? I don't know.
I guarantee you he has never once
Oh, I
questioned.
yeah.
No.
Well, just find him on another platform
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
or
find him on Blue
create a
Sky.
burner.
Make a new Twitter and then, make a burner and just be like, butthole mouth
Just make us see how many times I can get
Yeah.
blocked by him. Yeah.
for the same thing.
Yeah. That'd be great.
It's a good use of
I'll,
your
I'll
time.
lull him into thinking that I'm a fan, and
should
then I'll
just-
just hit him
Oh,
with
I
one.
guess they're out now.
Yeah.
If they did make it, you should just do it like every couple hours, so he's constantly getting distracted.
I don't think he has his notifications on for Twitter. or
Adam's
X,
going to
whatever.
take down the career of Sean Payton.
he definitely kind of
saying he has a
I mean,
butthole
yeah,
mouth.
yeah,
Twitter.
clearly someone thought whether that was. I like to think that it was personally him, just like at home,
There's no
looking to be
shot.
like,
He's on a
"What the
he's on a
hell?"
BlackBerry.
It was Kevin
sitting there
James.
trying
He
to
was like,
scroll
"Sean."
through.
It happened again.
It happened, and that means that's kind of me.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the NFC. The number 5 Los Angeles Rams traveled to the number 1 Seattle Seahawks, where the Seahawks win 31-27. This game absolutely lived up to the hype, and they all 3 of them this year that they've played have been great, and it was good. It seemed like it could have maybe looked like it might be a runaway again. But
Yeah, well, and it kind of was, where it's like at the end of the first half specifically, where Seattle scored, Rams got the ball back with, I think, a minute and change, but almost 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then went 3 and out and punted. The Seahawks scored again.
Yeah,
and
the last like 3 minutes of that half, like I was driving home, it was probably a half hour.
Yeah.
Because like I remember thinking like, oh, I'll probably get home when they get like kick off the second half, and I got home and it wasn't even halftime yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this game, I don't know. Both these teams are very good, right? And I don't think either of these teams made any huge catastrophic mistakes.
Well,
But I think it was clear. Well,
I think there was 2.
so there was a mistake. I think the one you're thinking of, right, is the guy in the Seahawks who they ended up winning.
Correct.
Yeah. But I don't think that the Rams necessarily made any catastrophic mistakes. I think that there's a 4th down that Stafford
The
wants back.
muffed punt. Special teams.
I forgot about that.
Matter.
Yeah.
That has been the one thing that has plagued this Rams team all year long. It caused Sean McVay to do something he's never done, and that is fire a coach during the season. So they already had fired their special teams coordinator. And
Wait, you're allowed to fire?
Yeah. There's no rule that says you can't.
You can't keep them forever?
Nope. You can choose to let them go, Kevin.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, but he's just players love him. So and Matt, he's a loyal guy, I guess.
Thank God.
Yeah. He probably goes to the same like barber every week.
I think Rich Bisaccia is on the Epstein list.
Jesus Christ. Maybe.
I have no evidence of that.
Look
but
into it.
It seems like something he'd do.
Yeah, we'll
based
take
on what I know about him.
We'll take a look at the documents and see. Maybe we can add someone. Maybe we can edit that list.
I mean, AI is a thing.
You want to get the FBI and you want to call and be like, "Hello,
Hello.
We would like to make a request."
Yeah. So the Rams, they had been making mistakes on special teams all year long, and that was the most like Looney Tunes cartoon. Oh fuck! I'm gonna shit my pants moment.
That was the worst muff punt I might have ever seen.
Yeah, like he falls down, and he still tries to catch it, and he's on the ground.
Because he probably could have just kind of like went, huh, and just avoided it.
Or, it was the worst thing he could have done. And then immediately after the next play, Jake Bobo got the touchdown. And
you can't stop Jake Bobo.
You can't stop Jake Bobo. It was his 4th catch of the year. And
how many touchdowns?
Probably like 2. I don't know.
I'll check.
But, so I just feel like it was...
It's 1.
Oh, well, there it was.
Oh, wait, no, that's just for this game.
Oh.
It's 2.
Yes, I was right. Jake Bobo fans, stand up. Come on.
Wait. No, I read the wrong column. It's 1.
Damn it. Damn it.
He has 2 targets.
Yeah, he's not Tesla.
Or no, he has 3 targets on the year. So
right.
1/3
How?
of
He
the
has
time.
4 catches.
He wasn't targeted on one of those catches. He stole it.
Where are you seeing that?
I don't know. They were talked about it like that was just like his 4th catch. Maybe that's not. Is it a regular
Are you
season?
looking at postseason only?
Maybe. No, I was just looking at like ESPN's stupid. They're like, would you like to know the last 6 games? I'm like, what do you know? Show me the whole season.
Yeah.
All right. 2 receptions in the regular season, 2 targets, 17. So with this game, he has 4 receptions on 5 targets and 1 touchdown.
It's pretty good.
Hell yeah.
That's efficiency.
It's coming.
That's a good game.
Yeah. So the Rams had absolutely no answer for JSN in the first half, but I think they did pretty well with him in the second, minus when they had to have a stop, like at the very end, where he just, just got open and, sealed the game.
That one-handed catch was sick.
Yeah, he just took that right out of the air.
It seemed like it took defensive coordinator for the Rams, Chris Shula, and the Rams defense a few drives to kind of get going. They did for the most part, they got there a couple plays where they got some good pressure on Darnold. A lot of Ken Walker early, but then again, it kind of seemed like they figured that out a little bit. The run defense started playing, and then Stafford, on the same vein, like it took him a little bit to get going. But I feel like once they got a couple scores in, and then it, started feeling it. Really, what turned it, what looked like it could have been an all-time, what the hell are you doing? Was on the third down. They tried, or was it fourth down?
It was
third
third.
down.
Third.
It was going to be fourth
yeah.
and like 13.
So it was on 3rd and 13, and then they tried to, hit Puka, and Reek Woolen made a great play, but, he got a little too excited, and he started talking all sorts of shit directly at the Rams sideline,
Like
and
the
Stafford,
whole
to
sideline.
everyone, to McVay, to
And
Stafford
he
over
passed
there.
to ref as he was
You
doing
could
There,
it.
see
there
the
was
ref.
there was a ref going, if you keep doing this, I'm going to throw a
Yeah,
flag.
clearly warning him.
Yeah, he
Like-
was just standing there like, please don't make me penalize you. And Rick Woolen was like, oh, I'll tell you about
Yeah.
this. And he just was
Yeah.
like going nuts. And I'm like, dude, you as someone with Keyshawn Nixon on his team, let me tell you, these cornerbacks, they're out of control.
Yeah, and he's been benched before for like shit like this and bad play. So like he was really good his rookie year, but then he kind of took like a back seat because of like dumb shit he would do, and then he does this, and then the immediate play, he gets burned by Puka for a touchdown.
He got sent. I took 5 minutes trying to explain to Jalen what sending someone to the shadow realm means, and I don't think I really got the point across. But he got his soul snatched by Puka on that route.
Yes.
To the point that Puka got to like bobble the catch and still had time
Correct.
to deal with it.
Well, and like you could see, like when he talks shit, like including to Stafford, I feel like Stafford is not someone you probably he clearly I think
Not
was
a
like,
bear to be poked.
Yeah, like I'm gonna take that shit personally, especially when he's having an MVP season, and like I don't know, I feel like you don't want to piss him off like that, and he goes right at him.
No, and it's one of those like you won.
Yeah,
You stopped him. It's fourth
Yeah.
down. They're gonna kick a field goal.
had the last laugh.
Yeah, just walk off the
thing,
field.
too, is-
and you can celebrate with your boys. You
Yeah.
just don't do it at.
Well,
the
he
other
could
team.
have said everything he said, but just not faced the sideline,
Yeah.
and it
Correct.
probably would have gotten
Correct.
one away.
And,
with
and
it.
I went on the record. I think that taunting is a stupid penalty.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, yeah, you're the best in the
these
world.
These are
You should be able to
grown ups.
handle
They're
it.
getting paid millions of dollars. I don't care if your feelings got hurt. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's dumb, but that's what the NFL is doing.
Yeah.
And you have to know that as a player.
And like I'm sure there were some.
You can't be like, oh, I think the speed limit's dumb, officer. Like,
Yeah.
that's the rule. I'm
I'm-
sorry you don't like it.
And I'm sure there was some very colorful language in there too that
Yeah.
he was saying, and I'm like, that's where a lot of the time that's where you see like the line gets crossed, where they're like, I think players actually are given a decent amount of grace and like a longish
Yeah.
leash.
Luther Burns
for
allowed to
this.
choke people.
But I just think like in the moment, dude, like that almost cost him, and he's obviously lucky it didn't, because then you see Nick Eamon-Wari, the rookie, get into it with him on the sideline.
Yep.
You had Leonard Williams had to break it up. And being
Even
like,
Wari, who's been fucking awesome.
Yes, he's
by
been
the way.
really
He's
fucking-
really
he's
good.
played
Yeah.
really good. I remember when he was coming out, like he was an absolute freak at the combine. Like
Yeah.
he tested off the charts. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy looks sick. But yeah, he's been really, really good.
I will say this game had a couple, the Seahawks get the win, but there were a couple of those, call them reminiscent of last year's Sam Darnold versus Rams in the playoffs, where he just got absolutely obliterated like 3 different times.
Yeah.
Where when Sam Darnold gets sacked by the Rams, he gets sacked
Yeah.
by the fucking Rams. He loses 25 yards.
And you can
It's
see,
And I
just
think
like his feet starts with the pitter patter going, and then he like kind of like it almost looks like you can see the panic.
Yeah.
And there was a moment where he looked like that was going to happen, but he was able to buy enough time, and he threw, and it was a touchdown to JSN where he was wide open for whatever reason. I don't understand how that is ever allowed.
But there was one where like it looked like kind of a busted protection up front, where like I think it was Braden Fisk. I mean, just shot it, and it was play action, and he had no chance. He had a guy piggybacking on him before he had even turned
Well,
around to look.
there was the Cameron Curl one where he came right up the middle and then he sacked him. That lost 9 yards. And then there was the Braden Fisk where they tried a little
Cam Kitchens.
Cam Kitchens, yeah. Where they tried a little it was on their last third down where they're trying to get ice the game, and that's when Braden Fisk just said, "Does that? You're keeping this ball," and he did not bite on the read option whatsoever, and he just ate his.
So there were still a couple of hilarious Sam Darnold sacks,
but
there was a point, kind of middle of the first half, I'd say, where they kind of slowed down, and it was almost like, oh, is he seeing ghosts or not? Because that was when one of those sacks happened. After that, I think he had 3 times where he rolled out and just threw it away.
Yeah.
And he just, he looked like he was getting a little scared out there. And then obviously he turned it around and they scored twice at the end of the half. And
I don't think Sam Darnold is a superstar. He's good in a good system. He can get you to a Super Bowl, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, so
through the Rams.
Credit to Sam Darnold as he played really, really well in this game, which honestly is something he hasn't really done or had to in the second half of this year, especially the playoffs. We've seen it. The Seahawks have just steamrolled anyone they've played in the playoffs up to this point. So he had to play really well. And, he did. He played really, really well. I, as a Vikings fan, I've seen, obviously, a shit ton of people talking about they let him go. I can't believe they let him go. And it's going to be 2 weeks of it. I get it. It's going to be worse if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, which I do think they will. We'll get there in the next week's preview.
There are a lot of calls for Kwesi's head at the moment.
And this is where I have said it all year long. People are going to love to play revisionist history. I've actually seen the same people that were calling for the Vikings to not pay Sam Darnold to now say we should have paid him, and that's where I'm it sums up Vikings Twitter, I think, perfectly, where the goalposts are always going to move, and they're going to try to say, well, no matter what we do is the wrong decision and is what it is. I think if we were to pay him, if we paid him a $100 million contract last year after the last 2 games that he showed us, people would lose their fucking minds. And they would be like, what are we doing? Obviously, it's worked out for the Seahawks this year. He's had a good season, not as good as last year, but they haven't asked him to do what we asked him to do when he was with us.
Yeah.
So it's a little different situation. I think he has a great defense. They're well coached, great run game, and he played really well in this game. I'm not going to take that away from him.
But he would probably have a pretty good defense if he was on the
Correct.
Vikings.
Yeah, you could make that argument. I will say he did not look like this when we played the Rams. So, and this is more or less the exact same Rams team.
Yeah.
It's just you can't.
And he struggled against the Rams earlier in the year too.
And you can't put things just in a vacuum and say you take the player from here, put them exactly in this position, they're going to perform the exact same way. There's all sorts of stuff that go into it.
And I think you guys offer him more.
We offer it was
on a per year.
It was it was pretty identical for all the reports that I've seen. We offered him a pretty lucrative contract. It was very comparable to what the Seahawks did. But I think
with the understanding he would be
competing at least competing for the job. He's not guaranteed the starting job. So that's the thing where he went somewhere where he had no competition. Drew Lock's not competition.
No.
So he bet on himself and it worked. Credit to him and his team for that. I have no ill will towards Sam Darnold. I really don't. I just have an issue with people choosing to now just ignore the 2 most important games last year and how he looked, when they are also the same people that were wanting him out of town immediately after those performances. That's where I'm okay, let's be real here for a second, guys.
I think the Vikings and Kwesi were in a tough spot because the correct move, I feel relatively confident in saying, would have been to keep Sam Darnold. I think you are a better team with Sam Darnold today, tomorrow, next season than you are with J.J. McCarthy. I think based on what we've seen from J.J. McCarthy this year, he's not there. And maybe he'll get there someday, but he's not there right now.
Yeah, it's a gamble. They clearly bet on, you again, it's if you want to play revisionist history, yes, I'm sure, but like we had this conversation last year, what we do.
But
Darnold
you do have to judge your GM based on revisionist history a little bit.
Well, yeah.
You can't just be like, well, we can't change it now. Like, well, yeah,
No,
but they made that choice
also,
and it was wrong.
But if JJ McCarthy ends up like being the de facto guy and like being fine, then or like actually being like the franchise quarterback that you drafted, then it won't matter. Like that's the thing.
Has he been fine?
At the end of the year, yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was like 8th in EPA per play to end the season.
Was Sam Darnold higher in EPA per play the whole year?
He was second to last, like to end the year in the same time span. So that's where I'm like, I am gonna not try to go down that rabbit hole of being like, oh my gosh, like Sam, he was so good all year long. It's like he was good except in the 2 biggest moments, and that ultimately led to us losing.
And JJ McCarthy didn't get you at any big moments, so it's okay because he didn't fail in any of them.
Sure.
That's what I'm trying to figure it out, because it's like, I know that you have to stay. It's done now. You have JJ McCarthy. You're going to have JJ McCarthy next year,
I have not
probably.
Yes. Where do you think he's going?
I don't think he's going anywhere, but I would be shopping if I were you.
But that's where he's like, we still would have him.
Like, go get Aaron Rodgers. Tell the kid to learn.
I don't think that's...
Tell the kid to grind himself for a year. I don't know. Like, I get that's what has to happen. If I was in your position, I'd be doing the same thing. But it feels like this was an objective mistake.
You weren't saying that at the time when they made the move.
When they what? When they let Darnold go?
Walk.
I'm an idiot. What do you mean? I don't know. What do you want from me? I'm looking back on it now and going, I think this was not the right call.
Okay.
Right? I yelled trade Jordan Love like into a microphone many times, and now I support like the situation changes. I'm working with new information here, and I'm telling you, I think you guys made a mistake.
You don't wish that you were like, I'm still sticking with Jordan Love instead? And like having faith in him.
Well, he hadn't played it all yet, so I hadn't seen him be bad for like a season.
But you're rather
I want
to trade him, even though I've never seen him play, and he could even be better. But I'm gonna still say trade him no matter what. And now you're like, Jordan Love, I love him so much. Like,
yeah, situation changed. Because they could have drafted a weapon with that pick to help try and win a Super Bowl with a Hall of Fame quarterback. Instead, they plan ahead with the new quarterback, which, in retrospect, seems like the smart move. The
Vikings have been in the situation where majority of the fan base had been slamming the team, the organization, for handing out contracts to veteran quarterbacks and hoping, let's hope this Band-Aid will fix it. This is the missing piece. And it was for years of doing that. My entire life, they've done that.
Are you counting Kirk in that? Because, he was relatively young when he came to Minnesota.
I mean, but it's still, like, a veteran that you...
I suppose.
That you're, like... That literally, when we signed him, it was viewed as, this is the missing piece to, because we took it right after the Minneapolis Miracle year with Case Keenum.
Yeah.
That's when we brought him here. So, that's what he was brought in to be. But... you had a lot of fandom being like, we need to draft a franchise quarterback and develop them. But now when they actually have that, there's no patience now to develop said quarterback.
You guys have a franchise quarterback.
Well, you guys did that with Teddy Bridgewater.
He is...
Bradford.
Teddy Bridgewater would have been awesome if you guys didn't paint that picture and put it up in the stadium.
What?
Have I never told
the picture of him running in the U.S. Bank Stadium before they ever played a game in it,
and then he destroyed the entire lower half of his body in practice. That was karma. That was crazy.
Wow. Okay. Whatever.
You can't jinx it like that.
So we're going back to Darnold's 2 games last year that were bad. My question that I was thinking last night is, if you flip KOC and Mike McDonald, are the Seahawks in the Super Bowl this year?
I don't think so, because I think that Mike McDonald is very, very talented as a defensive head coach, and I think that Clint Kubiak is a pretty good OC. Does KOC get Flores?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that the Seahawks are in the position they are because of their defense. this winning streak that they've been
If
on.
KOC
and
gets
also
Flores, maybe.
Would Darnold have had the year he had last year in that situation?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely I don't think that KOC is a bad head coach. I'm not trying to slander KOC, but what Mike McDonald has going on in Seattle feels like legit in a different sort of way. Like there's an energy. I don't know, maybe I've just been seeing the hype videos, but he seems like he's got.
I mean, like
he's
it
got
was
some
it was a big loss for the Ravens when he left. Like I mean, like he's been like Flores. He was always real. His defenses have always been really, really good. Like even last year, the Seahawks, you know, when he was first there, like they were better, I think, than people expected. Now, obviously, this year it's a different story. Like
it's tough because all three of us have like, you know, little offensive boys, and we don't have like a manly defensive guy.
I mean, we had Zimmer for years. Zimmer first years were great, and then obviously at the end, there's tons and tons of stories that have come out. Kellen Mond
Sacrificed his eye.
Yeah, like there's been tons of stories where literally Zimmer was the most curmudgeon-y piece of.
Well, that's you have to
shit
thread the
asshole.
needle. You have to get like a man's man high tea, but you can't have like an old man who's just angry at the world changing.
Yeah, Zimmer was the
Yeah.
encapsulation of angry at the world no matter what. Like he literally hated offensive players. Like that, he took it personally. If you
need like a Saleh or like a Mike McDonald or a Flores, even if he was ever allowed to be a head coach. You can't have the old man.
But you can't have Flores if you have a soft boy quarterback like Tua.
That's true.
That we saw that.
I was reading the contract breakdown here of quarterbacks, like, you know, organized by cap hit, because Darnold this year is making $33.5 million. That's his cap hit.
Yep.
But so I'm going to read you a couple guys above him, right? Geno,
Yep.
37.5. Kirk, 45.
Oof.
Deshaun Watson, 46.
God.
Kyler, 46.1.
Yep.
Let's see here. And I'm going to end it with Tua at 53.1. So Tua is making like 1 3/4 times what Sam Darnold's making.
Yeah. I mean, he only made like $10 million last year for us. So like, that's he would have made a lot more if he didn't play the way he did the last 2 games. Like that cost him money.
Dustin, who are the top 5 quarterbacks by cap hit this year? I want to see if you can get it. You're going to get it, so don't guess. Tua is number 6. So give me a top 5.
Dak,
Yes. Number 1.
Jordan Love,
Number 4.
Mahomes.
No, Mahomes is way down there.
Yeah, he's probably got a back-ended
You
deal.
got to think about who got extended.
Let's see who else. Trying to think of recent. See, I'm thinking Burrow, but I think he's in the same boat as Mahomes.
Burrow's number 2.
Okay,
So you got 1, 2, 4. You need 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Okay, Josh Allen.
That's 3.
And
Look at this guy.
guy.
I think I might.
This is a shot in the dark, but is it Purdy?
No, Purdy's like top 10.
Is it
like 8?
Is it Goff?
Goff is like 7. Yeah.
Is it Lamar then?
Herbert?
Herbert is 9.
So Lamar.
Lamar's 10.
Oh,
Baker's way down there, dude. Baker's making like Baker's making less than Darnold.
Oh,
did I say Jordan Love?
is it Lawrence?
Yeah, it's Trevor
Oh
Lawrence.
my God.
Trevor Lawrence. Hey, he was really good this year. Like he was.
Okay, he was really good for like the last month of this year.
Yeah, they did not start the year off
Yeah.
very good.
Someone had the Jags winning in the playoffs.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen.
Didn't. But
It wasn't good for Brian Thomas. It's all his fault.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the Super Bowl preview next week, just because we don't have the Super Bowl for
Talk about the
for a
Pro
couple
Bowl.
weeks. Yeah, we can talk about the Pro Bowl,
Why don't
but
they put the Pro Bowl after?
because they want people to still tune in. They didn't.
No
tune
one's
in.
tuning
hang
in
on,
anyway.
before we
It doesn't-
move on,
They
before
put
we
the
move
Pro
on.
Bowl in fucking October. No one would watch it.
So that 3rd down and 8 to Cooper Kupp at the end.
Yeah.
I did not think that was a catch.
I didn't.
It's
think
weird
it was
because
really
it's-
close.
Like, I know
Weird
he
when
had.
they say like you have to survive the ground, and when they say no, it's fine.
Yeah, he was down by contact. It's like he took 2 steps. Yeah, I wouldn't define getting tackled a football move.
No, I didn't see a football move.
There was one that JSN had at the very end too. That like he went flying out of bounds and the ball like bounced out of his hands, and they just I'm not even mad that it was a catch, but they don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh no, it's just fine, whatever. Keep
Yeah,
going.
like they went to review it, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, we're just checking the spot.
Meanwhile, like
okay.
Puka's ass traded electrons with the grass at the end. They're like, that's it, it's over. I'm like, that feels.
Yeah,
I mean, he was down, but like
that one was very odd. I thought there were a couple times in this too where the spots were really generous, like too, where I'm like, that didn't.
the refs
seem
came
like
over
where
and told McVay not to challenge that.
after you already called the timeout.
Yeah.
which is like I don't know. I don't like that. That whole situation seemed a little odd. McVay, I think he obviously called a better game than he did against the Bears in this one, but he definitely was not on his A game these playoffs. And, you know, it is what it is. Like you're not always man your A game. Like he's still one of the best coaches in the league. You know, he's obviously done unprecedented things.
No, fire him.
And all this kind of stuff.
Get rid of him.
I will say Mike McDonald on that 4th and I think 4 it was, kind of like the Rams' second to last, the real like last possession for them, when they drove down the field, they got in the deep red zone. Then on 4th and 4, they dropped 9 in coverage, and like McVay was ran down the sideline debating on if he wanted to call a timeout.
I saw him running.
But then he's just like, Stafford must see something he likes, not going to, and like, you know.
Stafford had a couple like, what were you looking at, man?
Yeah,
throws.
and I feel like that one, there wasn't really a ton of pressure on that throw, and
it was a 2-man rush. He had
it
time.
to Terrence Ferguson, and I'm like,
the problem with Stafford, the Achilles heel, call it, of Stafford is he can't run.
No.
He ran once in this game.
somehow,
And
ran
it was huge.
Yeah.
I thought he almost ran after that, but then he like
I think he had a 13-yard rush.
It or
yeah, he did. He shoveled it to Puka.
Yeah.
He looked like he
So
was
he had a
he looked like he was
13-yard
gonna
rush,
run.
and then he had that 4th down conversion where he broke the tackle towards the
Okay,
end.
because he had one right after the 4th down conversion where it was like a fake
Puka.
bubble screen, and then he like looked like he was gonna go, and he shoveled it to Puka.
Yeah.
But it's like Matt Stafford is maybe, I mean, I would say he's even less capable at running than like Aaron Rodgers is these days.
Yeah.
Like Rodgers even gets out there and does something.
Yeah.
He is probably the least mobile quarterback in the NFL, more than Jared Goff, more than Aaron Rodgers. Matt Stafford is I'm standing here and I'm going to throw the football.
Yeah.
So if you do that, like we are going to drop everyone and give you all day, he is physically incapable of punishing you for that.
Correct, because he wants to play on, like, that's almost like it's taking too long. Like he needs to
He
play
gets
in
antsy,
rhythm, and
yeah.
he's just like, I need to just throw this football now.
Yeah,
because like
his internal clock is going
he's
nuts.
like, I'm like, I should be sacked by now. I have to get rid of this ball.
Yeah.
Even though he had time still, and I don't know. I mean, it was a hell of a call by Mike McDonald to do that, and it was obviously what turned the game.
It
And
was not what he was expecting either.
no, and I was waiting. I don't know why they never went for 2, and they were fine just being down by 4. Like when they score a touchdown to be down by 5, why not go for 2?
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, obviously at the end of the game, when you're down by 4 and you're like, we only have 20
I think,
seconds.
was it early in the 4th, and they thought maybe they'd have multiple possessions?
Yeah, and there were times where I'm like,
So they thought they were going to get at least 2 field goals
I guess,
potentially.
but I'm like, just why not try to make it easier? It's already a 1-score game. Like, okay,
yeah,
you're down
but
by
if
4
but
or
if you
5,
think
that doesn't
if you
matter.
think you're going to get 2 field goals, then you would still be winning in the event of being down 5.
Exactly.
So,
So that's right. That always felt odd. I was just waiting for them to go for 2. I'm like, why are they not doing it?
well, in a 1-score game is only 7.5 points.
Yeah.
remember?
Yes. Yeah. Greg Olson. I will say the Seahawks, they have nailed 4 straight quarterback decisions. Like if you look back, drafting Russell Wilson obviously that was ended up being very, very good for them.
Moving on from Russell Wilson.
Trading Wilson.
Yeah.
Getting Geno, because like he was very productive for them for a few years, and then swapping Geno for Darnold. Like all of those timed pretty perfectly, and while doing all of that by drafting extremely well over the years. That's why they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like that's John Schneider and the front office have been nailing basically every decision that they needed to. And, you know, I think the best thing for him also, sorry to say, was Zach Charbonnet getting hurt, because Kenneth Walker is able to be an RB1.
Dude, I'm so fucking mad about that.
like
As someone that had Kenneth Walker in
unbelievable.
fantasy all year, and I was just watching him like clearly be better, and then Charbonnet just comes in and gets the 1 yard rush at the end to get a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I'm like, watching Kenneth Walker, that dude fucking rocks. That dude's awesome.
He made a lot of
So much
guys look
faster
like
than he
children
looks.
out
He's
there.
way faster.
I'm like, how does he have that much juice?
But now they're in an oh shit situation because they're like, we'll just use Kenneth Walker this year, and then next year it'll be Charbonnet because Walker's a free agent, and then Charbonnet was like, I'm gonna tear my ACL.
And
They're like,
shit.
oh no. Like,
Yeah.
Seahawks even nailed the perfect year to get rid of Pete Carroll. And it was,
I-
like,
yeah.
mutual, but it was,
Well, I know. Like, that's the thing too. Like, yeah, mutual. That's where it's like that just means they respect the coach. Like that's like Tomlin. Like they don't want to say they fired him, but that's literally like we're gonna move on. They're like, okay, we'll let you
Well,
go on.
So
your own
on the
terms.
other side of the running back thing, if you're Blake Corum's team, are you looking to get traded? I mean,
I
he
think
looked
he's-
really good
I
the
think
last
he's-
like 2
he's-
months.
These objects in a mirror are closer than they appear. Like he is
Yeah.
in the rear view of Kyron Williams
But like,
right now.
but like Kyron also like there were a couple plays like especially using him
In the passing
in the
game.
pass game. Like, he only had
Yeah.
2 catches, but like he is still very talented and like he's also dependable. Like that's the thing. He holds up really well in pass protection. He doesn't really give the ball away a ton.
He's still
Like,
fairly young.
He's still young. Like
Ronnie Rivers, honestly, is he's the next big
yeah,
thing
I
too.
couldn't believe how much I saw Ronnie Rivers on the screen. I'm like, what's happening? Why is he out there?
Ronnie Rivers, man.
Yeah.
Do
I
you,
don't,
guys do you guys completely agree with not kicking a field goal on 4th and 4 with 5.5 minutes left? I was on the side. I guess I don't like analytics in the playoffs. And the regular
Yeah,
season
and,
too,
like-
but I would have kicked the field goal.
I like
Why
raw
don't you stop
aggression.
it? Stafford is going to get you in field goal range.
But again, if you look back, like
But also,
if they went for 2 and got it, a field goal ties the game. And like, I don't know. I in that moment when they're down by 4 with only like that much time left because they only got the ball then like 2 plays. I like them going for it.
I think when you're a
with the weapons they
high-powered
have,
offense with Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, we didn't talk about. I mean, Puka's really good. That's not news.
Yes.
Devontae still got it. He had some really nice plays in this
Yeah.
game too. And when you have that, I think that was the same drive, right, where Colby Parkinson just completely dropped.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that was
Nwosu,
Something that would have gotten him at least
Nwosu
close
did
to a touchdown.
I think got like a finger
he was
on it,
very
but
close.
and it interfered a little bit. But yeah, that was one where
You got to catch that.
Parkinson, he catches that, he honestly could score.
Yeah.
Like that's
Definitely gets a first down.
it was a hell of a play call. It was a great play call, great design. But
I think you go for it because that's your identity is the Rams with McVay and all these weapons. But I mean, I'm also just I don't know. I feel like deep down I want like a Ben Johnson type of head coach, and then if I ever had it, I get mad at it. But like I'm like go for it all the time.
yeah, you want to kick field goals down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kick a field goal, make a 2-score game, a 2-score game.
You got to do it anytime you have the chance.
Yeah.
I will ask. So, what fan base going into Super Bowl week and just like this upcoming game we talked about before we started has it worse? The Jets who let Darnold go, like literally shipped him off. They were like, he's terrible. He's a bust.
I have an answer for this.
And they're also having to then deal with him in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, who, if you're a Jets fan that are like our age, all you've seen is just the Patriots kick your ass and
Your whole life, yeah.
win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Or a Vikings fan where obviously we had Darnold last year, made the decision. We offered him a contract, but we didn't really make him like a Godfather type contract, and also had the caveat the job's not 100% yours. And so then he chose to go with a job that was 100% his.
Yeah.
And against the team, also, by the way, the Seahawks, who, we have our own history with the Seahawks. But then
Your
you have.
history is nothing compared to mine with the Seahawks.
Okay, sure.
How dare you?
And then you have the Patriots, who have Drake May, who it's reports have already said that they did send an offer, a pretty lucrative offer, to the Patriots to try to move up to number 3 to presumably draft Drake May. The Patriots, of course, declined because they're like, we want Drake May, and obviously it's
I thought they always wanted J.J. McCarthy. That was always the
that was
plan.
the smoke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what?
So your question here between the Jets and the Vikings,
Yeah.
right? My answer, and this is not going to shock you, is the Vikings have it worse because the Jets fans are the Ironborn from Game of Thrones. What is dead may never die.
Yeah.
The Jets fans, first of all, have been beat to a pulp. They're like for the last decade plus, like it's multiple decades, right? They have been beaten to the ground, and the Jets fans know deep down, if Sam Darnold was still a Jet, they would still suck.
Yeah.
Because they're the Jets.
Correct.
You guys know that Sam Darnold on the Vikings, a roster that's not very different from the roster this year, made the playoffs. And based on the play here, seems like Sam Darnold might have a better chance against the Rams. You guys are haunted by, you would have had a better season with Sam Darnold, whereas the Jets know that they would suck no matter what. You could put Josh Allen on the Jets, and he would become a bum because they're the Jets. And they know that,
Yeah,
and
but
we know
the Jets
that.
aren't getting close.
Yeah, the Jets are not a quarterback away.
There's no like dangling the fruit in front of them.
Yeah.
Like it's right there.
And now they get to kind of do a little prodigal son thing where they get to go, well, we ruined him, so at least we can cheer for him against the people that we hate, the Patriots. Whereas you're sitting here going, no matter who wins, it's a quarterback that we probably wanted / should have had in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no way we were ever going to be able to get, like, we tried to trade.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like
that's the thing with the Patriots.
But it's worse. I mean, if you try and trade for some guy in fantasy football because you think he's going to pop off, and then he pops off, and you didn't get him, that hurts.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, if you were like, I think that guy's going to be sick,
Yeah.
and somebody was like, you can't have him.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean,
that doesn't feel
good.
good.
The worst outcome is going to be if the Seahawks win. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
For
100%.
Yeah.
Because at least you tried your hardest to get Drake May, and you couldn't do it.
And like,
you
ultimately,
could have tried harder to get Sam Darnold.
And ultimately, the decision
would have had
was not up to us. Like, we did what we could. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think
that
they were
one
ever
was out of
gonna
your
off.
hands. Kwesi could have retained Sam Darnold. That is a thing he could have done. He made an offer. He tried, but he could have offered more, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And you can argue about whether or not that's a mistake. We've talked about it. I think it's a mistake. You don't, I think. I don't know.
I mean, in the long run, I still have faith, but we'll see.
I think the Vikings probably have it worse, more just based on the fact of, like, you watch Darnold go to Carolina still after the Jets,
Yeah.
and then he wasn't anything, and then you go to San Fran, and that's where he started to turn it around, then Minnesota. So it's more about where the quarterback is. I think it shows more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the landing spot. And so that's why it's like, it's worse because you guys, like, you have a that could be me type of thing. I don't think anyone on the Jets is like, that could be us if we still had Sam Darnold.
It's the Squidward meme.
Yeah, it's you're just watching.
Yeah, we're just sitting inside, just like, yeah, that's good. Good.
I don't know, man. So you're wearing the hat. I don't know. I can't help you.
Yeah.
You want to defect? You want to switch it up?
Fuck no. No, I'm born into it. It's for better or worse.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't choose this life. That's why whenever I encounter Vikings fans that are not from Minnesota or have any like familial connection, I'm like, why?
It's purple.
Why did you do this?
Just like
And they're
it.
like, I liked watching Randy Moss. I'm like, well, fair, but are you still happy now? They're like, well, no,
Yeah.
but they're in too deep.
Yeah.
We're in too deep. So, okay. All right. Well, we're gonna
Listen, I
talk.
can't believe the Vikings fans are feeling sorry for themselves right now. That's crazy. That's never happened to us before.
I like it. It's fun.
It's a very Vikings fan thing to do. To like, God, it sucks to be us, and it objectively is pretty bad right now. But
I mean, right? Yeah. This is like the worst case
Yeah,
scenario.
why don't you guys get a new identity?
yeah.
This is the worst combination. I think we could have.
Why don't you guys sign a zesty?
I guess
young
you could make an
quarterback?
argument that the Broncos Seahawks would be bad too, just because of Sean Payton.
That would remind me of one of the worst Super Bowls, but so would Rams Patriots. So I don't know.
Because it was
Yeah.
Rams Patriots.
No, that was the worst Super Bowl, but I'm saying like Broncos
That
Seahawks
was the
also
Brian
sucked.
Flores masterclass. That's what got him the Dolphins job.
Yeah.
So he put Sean McVay in a locker. And said, Jared Goff, you suck. And then that made Sean McVay realize, wow, I need to find a better quarterback.
It's Jared Goff's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it won a Super Bowl.
That's true. I
So
guess
it
yeah,
worked out.
It worked. Yeah.
It worked. So, and then they were nearly there again. So, all right. We'll be back next week to preview the Super Bowl. That's where we'll do obviously the lines. We'll come up with some shot bets. we will probably
No
go
shots
through.
next week. Let's go. You guys want to like bet on the weather or something? Like, what are we gonna do?
I mean, you could do your 2 for the playoff prediction if you want, really.
Yeah, you could just
I
get yours
have
out
to
of the way.
lose. Yeah.
You can't get any more points.
All right. Yeah. Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
You could do.
And then we do a hammered heartbreak on the Super Bowl.
Or it's only you.
No.
Here's what we could do on the Super Bowl. Since I have the Patriots winning, he has the Seahawks.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I had the Rams. We all had the Rams.
No, I have the Patriots.
Why would I? I'm not that much of a masochist. Why would I pick the Seahawks to win?
I don't know.
Super
I knew me and you were the only ones that could win this thing. But I was thinking
Bowl? I'm ahead right now.
He was thinking.
is we could
can't
each
get any
take
more
a side of the
points.
spread, and Kevin has to have the spread split.
What?
Yeah, that's your punishment for being last.
Well, what if
You
it's
have
like
to
a
take-
half point? Then I just
We'll
can't
round,
win.
we'll round up or down.
What do you mean?
No, I like the can't win.
Kevin's
factor.
at exactly 5.5 points.
Yeah.
Like, he
No,
just
we can round.
can't-
We can round
he
up or
can't
down.
win.
That'd be good. I think that'd be. You just
Kevin-
just gotta hope for whole numbers.
I like rooting for like who's gonna win more than the spread when it's the Super Bowl. Like, and give me a tie. You know, what if we just play until all the players
Good
have
teams
cardiac
win. Great
arrest
teams cover. Come on. You know
in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Greatest teams split the cover.
All right. Well, we'll think about it. Well, we have a whole week.
Think about it.
We got a whole week to
We'll
decide.
we'll just rock that around the old noodle for a minute.
We got a whole week.
Jesus.
All right. That's going to do it. Thanks for listening to our episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. Go to their website at 10ktakesmn.com. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. If you just search 10K Takes, you can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at Status Goal 10K, where we post links to the episode each week, as well as clips from the episode, highlights, reactions, memes, news for the Vikings, Packers, Bears, as well as the NFC North, NFL in general, if it's big enough. We have one meaningful football game left of this season. It's crazy, but
I
it's
saw like
true.
a USFL commercial though, so
Get back into it.
I think my Vipers.
Yeah.
Are-
Lewis Seen. Lewis Seen is a member of the DC Defenders.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
know. He's Super Bowl winner, Lewis Seen.
Is he on the punt coverage team?
I don't know. I hope
All right.
not.
Yeah, so I do too. That's
Especially if they have to play in London.
yeah. That would.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
That's still mind-boggling to me how horrendous he was when how good he was in college. That's just
Well, at least there wasn't another safety you could have picked that would have been awesome.
No. Of course not.
Yeah. The joke is Kyle Hamilton. If
I
you're not
did
picking
see,
up on it.
I'm like, I saw one mock. I think he's gonna be long gone before 18. But Caleb Downs was mocked to the Vikings. I was like, oh, a safety in the first round again. I'm ready to get hurt. Again.
Who's the
Great.
safety who's worse than Caleb Downs that you could trade down and take next?
I'd have to look.
Okay, well,
There's
you
usually
get
not
back
too
to me.
many.
Yeah, we'll have time.
Yeah, we have time. We will do a whole mock. We got to figure out if we can line up perfect again. So
Well, you
see.
don't have to worry about me.
I think we know where
true.
we're picking.
I know. I just got to see if that will work. I don't have it in my head.
I'm
like,
25.
Okay,
You said you're 18?
I think.
I think so.
I think we're 18.
Yeah. He's counting,
Counting in his hand.
Yeah, so we could do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier when there's
what
only
do you
two of
pick
our
then?
teams.
I picked the Bears.
What do you pick? 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't count that. Well, it would be
Dustin. You would pick third because it's a
no,
multiple
he would be
of three.
third.
Or wait, you're 18
he's 18, so he would be third,
and you're 25.
and that's
So
8
you would pick
more,
second.
So I'd pick second.
Yeah,
So you get
first.
Fernando Mendoza.
Let's
to the
go.
Bears. That's easy.
I'm gonna just block you guys because I'm salty about not having a first round pick.
You're gonna pick Caleb. You're just gonna take.
Yeah.
all of
You
it.
got
Caleb
a guy.
Downs
You got a
first
guy
overall.
on crutches though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't be forever.
But you said that about Bakhtiari, didn't you?
I don't think I ever said that about. I said I hope he gets off the crutches, and he was like,
That's
I'm gonna
why
stay on
Rodgers
him
got that
forever.
golf cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I've been your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host Kevin Holm and producer Dustin Luco and producer Ryan. Kevin, final words.
Paul Allen's a douchebag.